stop it, quiet, if it's new. I done got it, see my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot, look at me. Stylish, stylish, masterpiece. Body, body, hey, I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I can barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me low, bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action than no talk, I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
On 1st and 10, McDonald. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit hot.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. Check 52. Kill, kill, kill. Check the backer, check the backer.
And again this time to the tailback. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first.
52-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On second down, McCaffrey. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
And it's third down.
Of the gun, McDonald. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
This is taken at the 23. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. He'll pitch it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That catch good for only a couple.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The left side completion to Jones. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 21-yard line. It's a game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. That's 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. He gives it up, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. That option pitch we saw, we don't witness a ton of that in the NFL, but it worked there down near the goal line for a score.
And it's actually a great call in goal line situations because as more and more quarterbacks enter the league with that mobility and having run option in college, more pro teams are adding it to their arsenal. And now it's not just does the quarterback run it, does he pitch it? Now they've added that 3rd element. He can rise up and throw the ball as well.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if some guys, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's McDonald. Eluding the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 33 yards that time.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
First down, Panthers.
to Samuel on the quick throw. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's McDonald off of the play fake. Flush to his right. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Broken tackle. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. They'll set up a throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 53 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
9-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? On 1st down, McDonald. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st down, Carolina.
Operating from the gun, McDonald. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw on 2nd down, McDonald, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, McDonald letting one go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
It's 4th down.
Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And his kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From the 10. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Set to kick off.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Touchdown, Falcons! And nowadays in NFL football, you have to account for all the receivers, sure, but the tight end's such a weapon. And they prove it right there.
Oh, without a doubt. And we're seeing now the golden age of tight ends catching the football. I go back to Kellen Winslow. To me, he was a prototype of what we're seeing today. We're seeing it each and every week now.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is caught at the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Touchdown.
A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead.
Kicker on.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10.
Falcons 24, Panthers 10. Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
They'll look to throw now on first down. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Operating from the gun. McDonald taking a shot for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer.
For the extra point.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Well, they brought the pressure, and that made man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he goes out right around the 39. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away to his left. The 20. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
A gain of 20.
He got 29 yards that time.
Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He's looking for Ridley again, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 5.
It's a quarterback sneak, and the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Another try on 2nd down with Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Following the fumble recovery, McDonald under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 46. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, McDonald dancing to his left. They'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
His throw caught at about the 5. And the Panthers are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Falcons 31, Panthers 24. Mitch Wishnowsky.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Back to throw now on first down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Going to give this time to the tailback. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite third and long on the horizon.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
The Falcons on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 19.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
Ball carrier.
Big Derek Brown making the stop.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Now this time he'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right at the line.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Oh, no, he lost the football. This has been a long drive. You know that defense, they're craving to get off the field. They were able to force it free but couldn't recover it.
Yeah, and on the offensive side of the ledger, they were thinking about how do we punctuate this drive with 6, right? Make it an exclamation point. Instead, you got to put a question mark next to this drive now after the fumble, even though they recovered it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Catanzaro's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Play action. It's McDonald. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, McDonald. Hard throw, incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Going left side, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Throwing on first down. McDonald, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Snags it for the pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Jeremy Chin picks it off. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey, but it'll be 2nd and goal. So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, McDonald. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Ted McKinley in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And his kick is right there. It's good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
4-yard line.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Tonight's final score, Falcons.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Atlanta, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Yeah. Even